I think this post perfectly summarizes what's been going on in the Chainsaw Man fandom for the past few days now. I would agree. The Chainsaw Man community is cooked and very down bad. No matter where I look, YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, anywhere, I am seeing just Yoru's backside everywhere. It has gotten so bad, okay? It's gotten so bad that people are even memeing it and trying to remove the bakery that she is carrying with fan edits. Obviously, you have fan art of it being made. It's all over the place, and you just see people commenting on it saying that, you know, like the entire subreddit for Chainsaw Man is just basically going through this entire Yoru horny arc to basically just, you know, every conversation about, like, you know, what's been going on in the chapters is pretty much not important in comparison to what's been going on with Yoru. It's just hilarious. The memes and the discussion around Chainsaw Man for the last 3 or 4 days now has just been truly jaw-dropping. And I want to just take a few moments to really just say, I don't think I have seen a discussion around a character's bakery in a long time. I think the last time I've ever seen it discussed to this degree was probably Makima in these chapters of Chainsaw Man and fan art edits and all sorts of stuff. You know, when Makima was taking the front stage and a lot of people talking about, you know, Makima. That was the last time I really saw any discussions about this. And, you know, judging by how down bad the Chainsaw Man community has been for Makima, where, like, when there was live streams for when the anime was coming out, like when it was announced for Chainsaw Man, I remember the Japanese live streams, it was just filled with bark and wolf. I'm not joking. I am legitimately not even memeing right now. I'm not joking. If you go back to look at, like, the old announcements, like live streams, that the live chat is there, you will literally see people screaming, woo, bark, or wolf. That's funny. It's hilarious, kind of cringe, but amazing. And I don't know, there's something about the Chainsaw Man community that is just so shameless. I kind of respect it. I really do. And, you know, obviously the title of this video I know is going to be something affiliated with cake. And I just gotta say, I don't personally think that Yoru's, you know, cake could probably match up to the overwhelming dominant nature that was Makima's. But I will say that Makima has competition, because all I have seen in terms of conversation around Chainsaw Man for the last 3 to 4 days is just edits of this. And it's legit hilarious. I love it, man. And it's so funny to me because it's like, for a very long time, for like, oh my goodness, like ever since part 2 of Chainsaw Man started, okay? There's been a lot of discussion on the art style of Chainsaw Man and how it is, like, degraded, and it's not as good as part 1's was. And obviously there is some genuine criticism that could be applied to it, and I'm not saying the criticism isn't accurate or it's bad or anything like that. I'm not even picking a side. I'm just saying that, you know, if you really want to dive into it, yeah, there is probably some elements you can look at. Maybe part 2's art has degraded to some degree. But the point is, it's funny that when we have gotten to, like, the height of these discussions to where, like, everybody, for the most part, when I see discussions around the art of Chainsaw Man, has collectively agreed, for the most part, that the art is kind of, like, went downhill a little bit in comparison to part 1's. It's funny, now that the latest chapter came out, all I see is discussion about the art, and obviously the Gooner material that Yoru actually is. And it's funny how it works out like that. It's so funny because it's like, you know for a fact, Fujimoto knows what he's doing. Like, this man literally was in a questions and answers survey. I remember this, and I'm just going to say this briefly because I don't want you two getting upset with me. But FYI, there was someone that asked Fujimoto, the author of Chainsaw Man, does Makima own, like, a strap-on? He said yes. Obviously, not a question I would have asked, but obviously someone asked Fujimoto that question, and obviously he delivered his answer. And the fact that he answered that so quickly, so genuinely, you know this man is probably just as much down bad probably for Yoru and certain other things than we probably even realize. And it's legit funny. I mean, I know people are going to be a little bit upset with the conversation around what's been happening this last chapter. I've definitely seen it already. But I love it when a community is not necessarily being toxic. Like, there's no toxicity here. There's nothing negative. It's people like memeing on just like suddenly for some reason Fujimoto decided to give Yoru just this massive bakery on her backside for basically no reason. It's like there's been chapters that's kind of hinted at, but we never seen it, and then just suddenly have something like this is like, huh? Did Fujimoto just lock in? It's great. I'll leave it at that. I wanted to talk about the current state of the Chainsaw Man community. What I've seen, I've seen so many memes from it. It's so funny, and it's a rabbit hole I've been diving down and really honestly enjoying quite a bit. If you're someone that likes memes, especially Chainsaw Man memes or memes like, what I've already shown, I recommend you check out their subreddit or whatever. Honestly, go to Twitter as well. There's quite a few as well. But I'll leave it at that. I briefly wanted to talk about this. It's super funny to me. It's so amusing. Anyways, love you guys. Be safe. Stay healthy. See you tomorrow. Chibi out.